Hey, mm, I'm good, man. I'm just hanging out, pretty much. Oh, it's good. Sure, what? Dude, just go to my OnlyFans. I don't get it. Are you a priest? What? Go to my OnlyFans. Mm. So am I. Until perhaps I start doing collabs with like famous bodybuilders, I'll be poor forever. For a while. Hmm. Makes you look cookie though? Cookie? At church? I don't go to church. Hmm. I'm a prodigy, yeah. It's not anything on the glasses, it's scratches because I've had these glasses probably since I was like 19. 10 years. Hey, day's going, it's going alright. Yep, single. Everyone's always asking. have a lot. I mean, there's so many bodybuilders that I admire. I'm not into dudes. Not into anyone really. I hate people. Yeah, 28. Thank you. Right? People do suck. Oh, Jesus Christ. Especially this guy. No. Well, I mean, some of them, yeah, maybe. Thank you. This is the most, this is the best platform I can tolerate people. In real life, I would just slap you in the face. Thanks. Yeah. Yeah, I don't mind people being into me, just being annoying. So, attention, I don't mind the attention, you know? I certainly don't mind the attention. Next rich OnlyFans model. Oh no. I hope not. No, you're not. I mean, I don't think I'm that good looking, but I mean, I appreciate it very much. It's nice. It's always dudes and like grandmas that are like, "Oh, he's the cute one." I'm like, "Oh, thank you." I remember my grandma's friend was like, was like hitting on me. Not hitting on me, but you know. Yeah, occurred quite a bit. Glasses are not flattering, but the rest is fine. Thank you. Shout out Angela. Is that Angela? I can't read it from here. Hello. Think everyone like your jacked appearance. Yeah. missed that comment, whatever that was. Like together? No. I'm just sitting here laying out, getting a little bit more calories, and I just flexed for a while, like a few minutes, for like 15 minutes. Just wanted to get some a good video for tomorrow, but yeah, I look too flat tonight, and then like with the lighting, it didn't look like too great. I nailed it. I mean, I nailed it the other day with the picture I'm using for my lives. I get beefcake, thanks. They're very thirsty, yeah. Oh my god, it's crazy. No, it's the Slipknot S, and then it's 13 around it. Mm. Yeah. Mm. Mm. I don't know. I'm not really big on that either. I don't really care. Kind of hate actors. I just really hate what they represent. But I don't know. I would say the ones that are like the ones that are artists, like DDL for sure. I mean, or like Marlon Brando, those guys, the ones that are really like, they didn't even really give a shit about you know money, I guess. I mean, DDL didn't. I mean, that guy was in it for the straight art of it. He wasn't making that much. So DDL for sure. Probably my favorite because he's just kind of cool. Ronnie Coleman. Yeah, Ronnie's funny as shit. Like, he's funny, I don't know, without trying to be funny. I really. Oh, he's always just, I don't know, like such a jolly guy. Hello. Hello. Super jolly. Um, hey, welcome. Ooh wee. Mm, shit. No, I'm not gay. Dude, it's like all the time. Like every other person that joins my stream is like, "Are you gay? Are you single?" It's one of those, one of the two. It's funny. No, no problem. I'm just saying it's just funny. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Candy. Espinoza. Thank you. Good evening to you. Boom, 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 boom. Thanks, man. Yeah, they're getting a lot bigger. Hey, I'm getting a lot bigger. I'm good. Almost 215 pounds. Crazy. That's so crazy to me. Night. 9 p.m. Yeah. It's cool. I am tired. I'm probably gonna go to sleep soon. Oh. Just more calories, yeah. Oh man. Trying to be mean, but you look like. Oh, no, I've heard that one before. I don't care. Nothing really mean about that, anyways. A lot of people liked him, his look. But, OnlyFans? Yeah, I do have OnlyFans. Hey, USMC. My brother was a Marine. Man stain, I like it. No, I just put the chocolate milk here. From this. No baby oil. What the freak? What the freak? What the quan? What the quan? I'm not homeless. Kitty corn. I'm very confused what's going on. Bye. Hello? No, I'm not gay. Always those questions. Like, why does it matter anyways? Why are people like... I'm so, like, curious to why people even ask these questions. Like, it's like, we're never gonna meet, like, we're online. Like, why does it matter? That's what I don't get. I just don't get it. I mean, I know a lot of people are just really lonely, you know, and they just want to like ask those questions in hopes of something that like some fantasy or something. Nothing. I don't. I don't care. Whatever you want to ask me, I'm an open book. Well, then why are you asking if I'm gay? You just like are curious. I don't really get it. It's very like very stupid. Okay. Okay. You could still be gay. It's just funny, like how it's such a big deal to people. You gay? Are you straight? Like it's so neurotypical. Like just dumb. It's just a dumb thing to say. Like ask. Like it just doesn't matter to me. It's just super neurotypical. No, I'm not. I don't support. Okay. To each their own. I don't really care. I'm a reformist. Sort of libertarian. I just don't care about any of it, really. Someone that basically just, well, I mean, it would be a liberal as far as what they believe in, of constant restructuring and changing things and, evolution in a sense. And then, but I believe in separation of society, very transcendentalistic. Well, I never said that. I probably believe in more of Spinoza's God, not not the God that most people believe in, which is a benevolent, you know, fairy tale of a God. Well, first of all, evolution can still exist with the concept of God. not that God. I mean, I guess if you believe, right, a woman derived from what, a rib, and a man from dung or whatever, from dirt, from soil. But no, yeah, you could definitely, still have evolution with the concept of God, as in evolution being the science concept, conceptual to God, to growing rather than just, being a, you know, juxtaposition to God. Hmm. Yeah, see, heaven or hell, that doesn't make sense to me. And most brilliant scientists, it doesn't either. But, you can believe what you want. Sure. I won't tread on you. Hang out with me one weekend. Oh, okay. You're a what? Huh? Social media. Yeah, well, yeah, I am pretty fun. Yeah. I don't know what that means. But, I'm more on the lines of, nobody's really wrong. Everything in life is just one giant perception and concept of your own choosing to make it. Do work weekends. I don't really do, much outside of bodybuilding. I just bodybuild. Like, I don't make a lot of money or anything. If I need money, I hustle it. It's pretty much always how it's been. I haven't had a conventional job in a long time. Mainly because all the signs, all the signs were pointing to that this just isn't for me. Like, I would try to learn and the door would close on me. So a lot of that stuff went on, like very, very specific, um, you know, very specific things that have happened to me. And I'm autistic also, so like there's a lot of examples of jobs and how they made me feel, and yeah, it wasn't worth it, you know. Not just doing something just to make me feel worse about myself. Not like people are just like, they go to work for a paycheck and that's just it. It's like I could do more with my You know, I could do what I want to do, which is bodybuild. Yeah, I can't drink, you know, gallons of chocolate milk in the when I'm working. I can't eat, you know, especially back then when I was like when I was younger and my metabolism was even faster, and now it just started slowing down, and it took me forever. It took me years to slow down my metabolism. Mind you, I did have issues like GI tract issues and shit like that, you know. But um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. Bass, bass, but uh, I'm good. Professor. I appreciate that. I don't think I'm that good looking, but I appreciate it. That's nice. It's nice to hear. I think I was good looking back in the day when I had more hair and probably was skinnier, you know. Now I got a blowfish face. It comes with the territory. I'm not mad about it. I'm a blowfish. Compete. Yeah, yeah, you know. I would be doing, you know, hey, I'll be doing a competition eventually, you know, just to experience it at least. So, thank you. Thanks, Elizabeth. Still handsome. My girl, she said she doesn't care if I'm a midget or if I'm like ugly. So I could, you know, I could be, I could, I'm probably, I don't know. So I'm good, I guess. That's what I'm trying to say. She's sweet as hell. She's the nicest girl ever. To me, she's a quintessential woman. Clove in your channel. How many hearts? Thanks. Yeah, that's traditionally like a very handsome thing. Women, we love huggable men. Oh, you're a woman? How much am I benching? I don't bench, I take the dumbbells. I dumbbell press. But yeah, no, a lot of girls have liked my chin. At least online. None in person or anything. Where it matters. But yeah. To no. I hate that word because, and that is definitely not what she is. You know. But it's fine. You don't need to. I just hate it because it's so dry and meaningless to me. That's what it means is you know. And she would be way more than that. Way more than that. Which is, no, it's fine. It's just that she has sacrificed herself for me. That's love. That's not you know a girlfriend. A girlfriend is someone that you just fuck and you know you see like every day, and I don't know, go to work, and it's pretty much toxic most of the time. Like, that's what I think of a girlfriend is. Just like what most people have, which is just stupid, which is just a waste of time and meaningless. She is far, far, far from meaningless to me. No transitory, there and then she's gone. None of that. Nope. I mean, but at the same time, I never met her. She's my sweetheart from a whole nother country. But she's already way more than anything that any girl has ever been to me. Way more. Well, in that fact, way more than anyone has ever been. Very special, special girl. Thank you. Yeah. I mean, geez. Yeah. I think if people, stopped and got out of like the the rat race, of this society, and how pathetic it can be, and how usually two people are just getting together to soothe both of their demons, and or share their demons with each other, or you know have this sort of childish, like, you know consoling weird thing that doesn't really make sense. You're just kind of um just kind of fissured bullshit nothingness. And you have this sort of trauma relationship. I call it a trauma relationship. It's just nothing. It's just you guys are just, you know, the reason for the reason, to you just to get together for, no other reason to just than just to get together. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's just how I feel about it. Do I support the use of steroids? Yeah, I like steroids. They make you feel good and virile, you know, for the most part. Yeah, not abusive of steroids, not steroid abuse. That's a whole different ball game. But I think everyone should be on steroids. It's fucking awesome. My cycle is it's what I did I did 600 milligrams of test 2 weeks ago, and that was the first time in 2 weeks of being able to do a shot. So I did that, and then I did just a milligram of Equipoise, which was 250 milligrams, and then the following week I did. I think it was probably closer to, because you have those syringes at the bottom, and it's like says 3 ml, but like you can go way further. So I think it was almost, 2 ml, and so that was probably around 800 milligrams. Not quite in my system, but yeah. And then I did the Equipoise, which was 500 milligrams. I always like to do the test has to be higher than the Equipoise usually, because otherwise I have issues, But yeah, going back to the other thing is life has to just have meaning, It has to really have a more meaning than what most people accept as something that most people accept as good being good for them, or you know we want the better thing, we want the better road, the realness. If there's no realness, if that person won't like sacrifice themselves for you, then it's just not worth it. It's nothing. But yeah, okay, that was my cycle. He's probably like gone by now already. Every time I start talking, people are just out. Like, okay. I've emailed you. Yeah. Wait, right now? I think you've emailed me before, but. Hmm. Hey. Thanks, man. Yeah, I just talk about real stuff. I just try to find meaning, man. Like, I think a lot of people just don't know. They just don't have it, you know. They live in this, like, little bubble of society. And, you know, they have their friends and they're, like, this so, like, tight-knit life of just, to me, that's just super boring and nothing, you know. Like, what are we making? What are we creating? What are we, you know? That's how I feel about life. I mean, I could, like, with my girl, like, you know, we could do so much. Like, and she would do it, like, with a smile on her face, and she would just agree with me with everything. She's not at all like most girls, and they're just like, they have crap opinions and just like should just go along with it. It's pretty cute. She's a trooper. Should be like, you know. We both pretty much hate society and Western women. Mm-hmm. Oh man. I said I love you. That I love. No, no, she's not. Hello. If you wish. No, I mean that's. I mean I look better when I'm slimmer. Of course, I look like a blowfish now. That just comes with the territory. Look how fat my face is. Love you too. Yeah, yeah, of course. That's a given. I'm a fat bitch. Yeah, with my blonde hair when I had hair. Those days are pretty much over. Fat bitch. Blowfish. Motherfucking looking ass bitch. Yeah, we're buff. Thick arms and chest. Thank you. Yeah. I'm not. I'm just joking. I'm joking, man. But I mean, what's the problem with just hating yourself anyways? You just, nah. You could hate yourself. Why not? I think a lot of people just hate themselves. Like, what difference does it make? I think very different, though. I'm just a very different thinker. I'm so different. I'm so different. All my ideas are so crazy different, weird. Weird and different. From New York, I live in South Carolina. You call that New York? You can tell I'm not happy. Of course, who in the right mind would be happy? It's alright. It's not bad. Yeah. Ever even. Yeah, right? You know? I think a lot of people just walk around not ever liking themselves. And then they they take like alcohol or drugs and act like everything's okay, you know? All those masking inebriated days. Yeah, I certainly don't, you know. I'm definitely uh, s- yeah, see? You know, if you're honest with yourself, different from everyone. Yeah, but like that's good though. Only society looks down on that, which is sad. The more individual you are, the more you're just going to stand out and be unhappy. Because, I mean, there's not a place for you. Uh, yeah, like being different is good. It should maybe makes you, I don't know, mixed feelings, I guess, if you think about it. Happy gummy worms. Happy gummy worms. Yeah, but it's not that, you know, it's not that it's depressing, it's just real. And people can't handle reality, you know, reality. Okay, but everyone turn away. It's okay. I mean, life's not fair either, you know. So My brain is like really confusing. I make everything confusing. I make everything harder. I mean, social interactions and shit. Awkward. Like, I don't know how to I don't want to modulate myself. I hate it. I hate it so much. But then if you don't, it's like, oh, no. I don't know. It's stupid. Where's time to be on that? I think it's more of a reality. Everyone's gonna be out and happy. Just because you don't think about it too, you're probably still deep down. You're probably still unhappy. Like read up on some like Schopenhauer philosophies and shit, and I mean it's like real as fucking crazy, so real. And then that goes into analogies of like, you know, groundhogs or porcupines and how they, you know, they burrow next to each other and, you know, hitting each other, spiking each other, and just to stay warm, as in the necessity to stay warm. It's pretty crazy. So that's a pretty insane analogy. The porcupines would rather band together or whatever and get hit by every spike. You know, they're hurting, they're bleeding, but to stay warm. And that's pretty much life right there. I mean, it's one of the coolest. That's one of the coolest analogies that Schopenhauer uses. Either get spiked by the by your fellow friends, or freeze to death. Wild, right? Positive friends. Yeah, yeah. Now I got positive people. Mm-hmm. Have my friend Tony, and then I have my friend Sagar, and lives in Canada. Yeah. No, it's not that. It's not that like you are always like you know um always like just down. There's a difference from like being down, being depressed, and then just being real. Even though if you could hate your even if you hate yourself, a lot of people can hate themselves and keep moving forward. So it kind of goes along with that analogy that I just said with a porcupine when they burrow and they're spiking each other and it's painful. But on the flip side, you're you know now if you have to endure the cold, and the cold is going to actually kill you. You know what I mean? No to turn straight way or how do I go away? I don't know. Just turn the like pornography or something. Just jerk off. You know. If you're like not a good looking person or something, uh, yeah, you could just at least we have that. We got pornography. Right? It's not like everything's gonna be fair for everyone. Everyone's life's gonna kick ass. And even, even if it does, I don't think I look good. Are you asking me or what? Or was Zoe? I don't think I think I look like I think I take a great pride in my body. Yeah, but no. Other than that, I don't think I look like fantastic. No. Sometimes I look handsome. Sometimes I'm like, I'm like pretty ugly, man. You know. I don't know. It's that's life. Life is so different, man. It's so weird. And men are not more or less equipped to handle this shit. Now. Like we just went back. We went backwards in the last. I don't know how many years. I mean, there used to be perks of being a man. Now it's just agony. It's the worst time to be a man. It's the absolute worst time in history to be a man. No purpose. People. You know, your masculinity is on the fence. You can't like. There's so many things you just can't do, and like you can't. You know, that's what men are just being told. You can't do that. Can't do this. Can't be a man. You just can't be a man. And then there's no perks like even the like male and woman, right? There's no perks of getting with a like there's no perks like it was with the man and the woman when women were subdued and put into that category of being subdued and taking care of the house and having a respect and having to need a man. I mean, women people don't understand that either. Women used to like need a man. If they didn't have a man, they were behind in life. And that's also a very bad thing, for society. Now that they're all just kind of running around just being whores, you know. It's just very bad. Men are supposed to be the strongest thing to hold everything together, and we miss it. Yeah, yeah. No, I mean, yeah. As far as that goes, you know, I don't know. Obviously, I don't always think I'm just garbage, but you have your times, you have your moments where you're like, oh, I wish I was anybody else, anybody. But then, I mean, that's also just an issue of society where you can't embrace what makes you different. When you embrace that, you become an outcast. Hey, let's use Jimmy Donaldson, right, as an example. Right, Jimmy Donaldson was obsessed with YouTube. He had no friends. No friends. Um, and all he did was you know all he did was eat, sleep, and dream about YouTube. And that's where it comes from. I mean, that's just someone that is so compelled to be himself, that it doesn't matter anything what anyone else thinks. You know, if anyone thinks that he's not gonna make it and all this stuff, you know what I mean? That guy is a super individual. What is the eye roll on the head thing? Oh yeah, yeah. Psst. Worst time to be a man, but also guys don't have to give away that power. If you're a man, no, that's a bad take, man. Let me tell you why. Yeah, women are always like, "Oh, if the man would just take control, it's bad take." No, because it doesn't. It's not true. First of all, oh, if the man would take control, that's what a girl would say. No, she automatically needs to be in feminine energy, and what is feminine energy is being subdued, being passive, being pretty and benign. So that's my take on that. That is so bullshit. I've had girls say that before. Like, well, why? Why am I so like, you know, because you're a fucking bitch. You're a girl. Now do what I say. Pretty much. That is the take. If I told my girl, my Japanese girl, to do what I say, she does it. She'll just do it. You know, it's not like it's not a thing. It's not like, oh, you have to earn me being subservient. No, that's your natural state, is to be subservient to a man. Like, get me a sandwich. Like, I don't know. It's that simple. I don't like that take though. People are always like that. Oh, if you're a man, you know, that's not. It's just not a good take. Because it's it's about what needs to be in place for everything to be like that. Like, you didn't hear, like, what, in the 1950s about women pushing back on men. No, never happened. And either and both men and women were happier. Like, women were happier even with less freedom. I mean, I know it for a fact. Simpson labeling these women. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's an issue. Yeah, but that's just their nature. But we flipped the script. That's what happened. You flip the script, and now women have power because, you know, we say they have power because like, people, like, it's not easy for a man to get a date. And there is all this bullshit, and there is only fantasy. You know, there's next to nothing that's substantial that a man can yearn for now. Like, they can be excited for. You know what I mean? Like, the bar is set so low that a man is just happy to be in the presence of a woman now. You know what I mean? It's like, oh wow, ooh, like, let me kiss your feet and like rub you down, and you know, it's like it's sad. It's sad. Yeah, yeah. Like, I mean, before you had it, men had it good. We had it pretty good. I mean, not like great, because it's always been a duty for a man to be, expendable and whatever, but at least we had the traditional household and dynamics of the woman, you know, making food, attending to the children, all that stuff, and they would do it with a smile on their face, never pushing back. Yeah, now we don't have that, so. Mm-mm. And the result of that is more men are just going to kill themselves. I mean, look at the statistics. Look at them. They're all there. But we don't talk about it. It's like it's not even happening. Crazy. I mean, and on top of that, what about the people that are, you know, um, just so into drugs, and that ends up killing them? It's just the same thing. There's just no way out. That's why. That's why men do that stuff. I mean, my childhood friend, knew since birth. Um, you know, we fell apart early on. You know, in the search, like sort of middle school, fell out of touch. But I would go over his house, and we would play these like games, like destroy all humans, and we would play these, and we'd be excited about it, and it was like real, and it was like we were really just tight. And like, I saw him going a different way. I was like, oh, I'm not going that way. I know those people. Those people are bad news. And sure enough, we'd run into each other a few times, and always it was always like, oh, that's I knew him. That was my childhood friend from fucking. Always had that like respect for each other and stuff. But then it's like, yeah, yeah. But then, and then, you know, and then he reached out to me, um, on my like Xbox or whatever. We were talking, and he was saying like, oh, he wants to get physically fit and right and everything, and then he was tripping. He was all off out of his mind, and I was like, dude, nah. I did abandon him then. I was like, no. And then he was just, his mom found him dead. And that was that. Yeah. He was salivating from his mouth or something. Yeah, these people fucking, they dealt him drug. I mean, he even predicted that he was gonna be dead soon. That's the thing. It's like, he knew. But It's just a lot easier to be negative and, emotion. Just like depressed and as a man and see things in such that way because mainly because it is. It is that way. I mean, the truth is that way. The truth hurts. I mean, you hear that adage, right? The truth hurts. It's true. You know? It's very, very true. No, it is healthy, man. That's the truth. Let's like people like talk about optimism. I'll be optimistic. Optimistic is a lie that you tell yourself. It really is. It's a lie. Try to think about that. Doesn't mean like, oh, think about like be obsessed about like killing yourself or being obsessed about like bad things or just things that or you shouldn't be obsessed with or anything, but being honest is that's the only way I know to be. Take an honest look at life and for what it is. So go read go read Schopenhauer, go read like Nietzsche, like go read like the famous philosophers on their takes on life, on what uh their ideas, like all these and or Oscar Wilde, like these guys are the ones that they did um they have some of the best quotes and adages of all time in my opinions, like what it really is, what life is. Life is persisting. It is it's the will, right? That's what Nietzsche and no, Schopenhauer would say. He said it's the will. It's the will, like keeping you alive. It's the need to eat, right? It's the need to drink water, above all else. That is what is going to be something that you fight for, right? That you will always need this substance. You'll need this, and you'll do whatever you can to get it. When it takes like surviving. Yeah, we all have our own opinions. Absolutely. I mean, if it makes you feel better, you can think like, oh, be optimistic. Like that's great for you. I'm not telling you not to be optimistic. I'm saying it more than likely is a lie that you just tell yourself. But it's okay. If that makes you comfortable, then that's okay. To me. And you don't really. It's not like you have to. Whatever. To each their own. To each their own. I like it. It's nice to talk about these things. I like talking about life and these deep things. Oh man. Yep. Yo. Where'd everyone else go? Where'd everyone go? No. Right, another philosophy is, right, it's just finding meaning in life or finding meaning in the meaningless, right? In the seemingly meaningless. That's my take on life, you know. Finding meaning. And I think it's inevitable to just live in reality 100%. You can't live in reality 100%. It will kill you. The pressure is too much. That's how it feels like. Foregoing anything that's pleasurable or any, you know, then life is just, then it's just insipid nothingness. No pegging. And no peg. Mm-hmm. So, like, another thing I think of is, like, what if you just did nothing? I think if you do nothing, your life is automatically way worse. I do kind of believe that there's a blessing when you work, which goes along with, like, Christianity. When you work hard, you get blessed. Or when you, or, you know, I don't know, it's weird. It's weird. No, I don't know exactly where I was going. Because I don't think exactly that is the way. I don't wear a jog strap. Hmm. Hmm. I can't afford one. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. I say the most dangerous thing is for someone to do is start hanging out with people. It's too dangerous because you'll lose yourself. You'll lose the individual. And that is a scientific study. It's a reality. It's called the herd mentality or individuation. It's true. You have to be cunning in your next step. You have to understand what the dangers of those things. There's a lot of unspoken rules that I've made for myself to keep me from losing my authenticity. And so, one being is to only meet people that are on the same page as you, almost exactly, like to the point where it's undeniable. It's like wow. It's like we're we're identical in what we're thinking. We are on the same exact page where it's undeniable. And so um, because every individual also has we have similar ideas and similar if you have a passion for something, then I think it's good that you share it with someone that has it as well. I think it's very good. So yeah. Yeah. Showing for what do we? I mean, you're probably autistic. I bet the way that you talk, I think you might be autistic like me. I don't. I just surmise that from what you've been saying. Onwards and upwards. Because you think that that's not a neurotypical response, right? To be like kids. Like, why can't we be like kids? That's very autistic, right? It's like, oh, you know, That's what I've always said. I've always said like we forgo a de-evolution of sorts. We think it's an evolution, but when you're kids, that was the time. Like that's the time, you know, that we were supposed to live and learn and not be programmed. So, oh look, it looks like it working over here. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks for the subscription. Yeah, yeah. I think it. I just have a lot of my ideas. You know, we think me and up onwards and upwards. We think very similar, so it's nice. Yeah, I think you know it's like that. You know, there's a quote. Every kid is in a way a genius, and every genius in a way is a kid, is a child, in verbatim. But you know, that's just kind of the truth, and we overlook this huge, you know, monumental it's a monumental misstep um, in development, and I also think the fact that we're so afraid of doing things with science that is, you know, sort of taboo or whatever, then it also sets you back, you know. These you know artificial moral codes of um, just holds progress back. Yeah, and I've always said like what is it you know I would often when I was a kid and stuff with my mom, you know, I would often say things that, you know, uh, an autistic person would say, but no one knew anything about it back then. It basically just having those insights, those deep insights of like, you know, why we do this, why do we, you know, it's interesting, like always saying, oh, that's stupid, you know, like shit like that. That doesn't make much sense. A lot of that going on. I don't know. We're just, man, we're so lost. We gotta make it out somehow. We gotta fucking make it out. Make it out to get us out of here. Get us the fuck out of here. Yeah. Just we weren't allowed. We weren't meant to be like this, you know. It's like me going to jobs, right? And having every sign point to why the fuck are you here? I'm like, you know, the universe trying to get me to quit. like in a most blatant way of just showcasing how stupid people are, you know. It wasn't in a way like oh, like where it's a challenge. It was in a way of like, these people are dumb. Like these people, these people, uh you know they what's the word, impede progress. you know these people these people um they just care about their paycheck at the end of the day. These people, like, and it just goes on and on. It's like this is a rabbit hole. You're just gonna dig yourself deeper in this hole if you stay. Like that was my mind, you know. I'm just in the workforce. It's like, completely in my mind. Like I was like, oh, a monkey could do this job. A monkey could literally do my job right now. Why am I doing this? How banal my mind would have to be. How, you know, dilapidated and melt, like just, you know, completely drained would I have to be to stay here. Yeah. So weird. Life, man, it's so fucking whack, man. So whack, Jack. And it's like, oh, you know, I gave up that a paycheck every week to live with passion, with what I do, with what I love. I gave up that. I gave up that whole security, you know. Now I hustle money when I need it, right? Now it made my life a lot harder. But it was with purpose, right? It made me stronger. It made me able to get through things that I thought I would normally not be able to get through. Absolutely made me stoic. Like, literally made me just like blank face in danger. Like, just blank face. Like, I'm not phased by this. This is child's play. You know? And I think that's how people, when people choose passion over the security, they'll most likely find their way. I feel like they'll just most likely find their way. Those stars will align. You're going against the grain. You get rewarded when you go against the grain. You realize that? Like, people don't, you know. You could never teach a girl that, you know. Not a modern girl. You can teach a modern girl that the way the universe really works, right? The way that you can convince a girl that, like, you know, you should quit your job and focus in on your passion because, oh, it will be much more rewarding than having a steady paycheck. I can convince a lot of people that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. If I had money, I would probably just, not much would change. Not much would change. I just would want to get out. I would want to get out of here more than ever. I would still want to get the fuck out of here. Get us out of here, guys. Get us out. I'm talking non-stop. I realize it. Like, I just keep going. Going and going and going. Oh, God. I just want my girl. Want my cutie pie. She's the realest thing in my life, for sure. She's so damn real. My baby's so real. Who are you asking? Hi. Mm. Bully. I will be soon here. Definitely almost time for me. Yeah. I talked way too much. I'm tired. What do you mean? Like get out of society? I mean, I want to get out of society because it has a stranglehold on me. I mean, I feel it at my throat, you know? Something that isn't tangible or anything. It's just something that feels so real of being a limitation on everyone. I mean, not just, not me. And you can't ignore something that powerful, you know? That's basically my answer to that. No. Albert Camus, no. Is he good? Is he about, like, some of the stuff that we discuss? Yeah, it eats at me, yeah. For sure. Absolutely, it eats at me, you know. I mean, I just feel like it's, yeah, I mean, what could we do outside of this, you know, if we didn't have this? I mean, sky's the limit. Yeah, but no, I mean, we're exactly um, stunted, you know, the way that we are from society. We're stunted purposefully. Think you should, Albert Camus. Yeah, I've heard that name. I would, maybe I will. I mean, can I get it online, like just online book or something? Okay, yeah. Yeah, maybe I will check it out. Yeah. Hey, I mean, I like a lot of Nietzsche, you know, Nietzsche and Schopenhauer, and, you know, I like them a lot. Oscar Wilde. Really, anyone that's really like that. Yeah, right, yeah. He really is. He's one of my very favorites. I mean, he hits the nails right on the head with what he says. Picture of Dorian Gray. I have to start reading these. I never read, you know, much of it. Yeah. Yeah. I don't, because I don't read so many philosophies. I just generally like, you know, I just glimpse over it, and I watch like YouTube videos too about what they said, you know, their excerpts. Oh yeah, Kafka, yeah. Oh, Dostoevsky. Yeah. I like some of the quotes of Anton Chesmov or something. He's got some good quotes. I like the one. It's rather be a debauched canary than a pious wolf. Yeah, Chekhov. Yeah. We got a lot of reading to do. I gotta freaking, yeah. I want to read these guys too now. I've, you know, lightly, has skimmed over everything and just the philosophy parts of, what to get out of it. But I haven't read word for word, so that would be interesting. It really would be. See what they really have to say and feel it. Carl Jung, I like Carl Jung too. He's an OG. One of the OGs. No. I don't know who that is, actually. Okay. There's so many cool, like, perspectives of people. I mean, everyone has a fresh, like, beautiful interpretation of their philosophies, and it's just, like, it's so cool, man. I love that. Like, when you read something and you know it's from one person and not another, I love the individual. Like, it's just great, man. Yeah, I mean, I get it. It's definitely intoxicating. Well, because I mean, yeah, there's nothing like that. People just experiences and like wisdom, these deep wisdoms that no one else has, really thought of, or going back and analyzing other things that maybe coincide. I don't know who that is. I don't know. I gotta, yeah. Anyways, I have to start reading. I guess some moral of the story. Be interesting. And, but I gotta go to sleep probably now. Put this milk back in the fridge. Yeah, bedtime. It is bedtime. Yeah, man. I don't know. I mean, when you meet someone that's on your level, or you're just, or that you just enjoy talking with, or it's just a great, it's very easement of feelings and stuff. I'll be streaming more often now. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think like truth and like wisdom and all these things, like that is the what should be intriguing to people. I don't know. To me it should be. I mean, to me it's just we're very, very interesting. Nothing's more interesting, honestly. That's what I feel about the answers of where we come from, what the meaning of things. I mean, it doesn't get much deeper than that. Not having it be pretentious, to talking freely. I bet there's a lot of people that you would talk about philosophy with, and they would just like, nitpick and like, make you feel stupid or something. Yeah. I mean, it's a really enriched topic, and I think a lot of people are just not equipped to be that deep. That's how it feels. I feel like shit. If I said some of this stuff to my dad too, like he would just be like you just wouldn't care, or it wouldn't strike any sort of chord. You know, just like you you know. But that goes with everything with my dad. I mean, because he's like, he's an alcoholic. But there's just like sometimes there's just nothing there. That's how I feel with him. It's just like, oh, there's nothing. Like all, it's weird. Like where like there's no sense of wonderment, right? There's no sense of like enthusiasm about anything. I don't know. That'd be such a painful existence. Yeah, yeah, definitely drift away. I mean, you can't water down, your passions for other people. Just to not, no way, no way. Can't do that. Be a disservice to yourself. It's like when I start talking about bodybuilding, it's like it's all I. That's really it. I mean, it's just bodybuilding and like sort of philosophy. It's like what I'm interested in. If I had a laptop, I'd probably be gaming too. I'd play World of Warcraft. It's the only game I like, and those are the three things I enjoy. But yeah. What about Spinoza, the inventor of the pantheistic belief? Oh, but I just can't find time for it these days. Oh, yeah, yeah, no, I get it. Mm, It's tough, man. I wish, man, I wish that was the way I made my living. I know in the near future it will be the way I make my living, and I will make substantial money. Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, Spinoza was just which is he embodied the principles of pantheism, which is basically God is everything, right? God is reality itself. It's um, God is basically in everything, right? In every creature, stuff like that. That's the sort of the pantheistic belief, and yeah, and that's probably more of the one that I believe in. But that's the thing, I believe in the having loose convictions. I believe I just will never really know what to believe. You know what I mean? So I think it's always great, like when you have some sort of moldable view on things where it's like, oh, like maybe it's that. Maybe, you know, oh, now I can just like recant that and like just be like, huh, like go down another little hole. And then it's just like, whole bunch of possibilities, right? Then you take away concepts of like, heaven and hell. And now what does life look like without heaven and hell? Without this belief of heaven and hell. Now, you take away um you know, you just add and subtract all these things and just keep thinking, That that's pretty much what I do. I don't know. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, like that. That's good. That's cool, right? Something being more interchangeable. Buddhism's cool too, yeah. I don't know too much about Buddhism, but I like Hinduism. I like a lot. It's quite beautiful, from what I know of it. Yeah, yeah, that's fine, right? There's plenty of philosophers that didn't either, right? Not that I can think of too many. I don't know, but I don't know so many. Too many. I don't know all of them. There's so many fucking people. So many people that I haven't even heard of. Anyways, I'm going to sleep. Nice talking, man. I'll see you around. I'm going to be going live a little bit more often now because I enjoy it. Good night, guys. I'll be on tomorrow. See ya.